US report, not really concerning India, because in India, most of the people don't really care about their data, right? So, but let me tell you what happens in a span of 1 day. In a span of 1 day, a customer, single data loss costs him about 30% of his revenue for the next 3 years. And these are documented figures. Anyone who wants that report, it's a Gartner report. You can search online, you'll get this. So businesses do not survive without data. Even in Indian scenario, survival without data, these are the statistics which say about 86% of businesses will shut down if data is not available for more than 4 hours. And that's what is the, okay, now the cost of downtime per hour. These are enterprise data from US companies. So obviously the figures are pretty large. And some of them say that, if their data is not available for 1 hour, they would lose more than $1 million, greater than $1 million. When it comes to India, an SMB or any company for that matter, if they do not have their data, or rather, the cost of their downtime per year for a 200 user company is 7,27,000 rupees. For a 50 user company is 2,42,000 rupees. And for a 5 user company is 33,000 rupees. And this is year after year. This is the cost they end up paying without even realizing. Okay, so how many of you know that life insurance is just a beautiful name given to death insurance? They don't insure life, they insure death. And disaster is death of your business. The rightmost is actually what's written is when World Trade Center building was bombed, more than 260 of 300 affected companies had disaster recovery. Had no disaster recovery. It's a typing mistake. Within a year, 150 of these companies had closed shop. Now, how many of you believe that this is true? How many of you believe this is true? Very few believe. Okay, this is about the 1993 bomb blasts. Something similar to what happened in our stock exchange towers. The same thing had happened in New York, in WTC, basement RDX bombs and things like that. In 2001, 9/11, how many companies lost their data? Here, almost about 260 companies did not have their disaster recovery in place. How many do you think lost their data in 2001? None. 0. Because they had learned from their experiences. Do your and my customers learn from their experiences? We really don't know. They do when their data is lost. Okay, some local disasters. Builder's office at Andheri, everyone has heard about it, Akruti. Server room fire at Mantralay. FMCG distributor. Now this is also a disaster. 1100 crore company, their hard disks, entire hard disk including server hard disks, were seized by IT. And they are out of business in 4 months after that. Incidentally, he was my customer, so I know this so closely. Okay, short circuit burned servers of a Churchgate accounting firm. This is also a very widely publicized thing, an MNC accounting firm. So is good backup good enough? Anyone has an answer to these? Is a backup good enough to run the business? When businesses want data now, how much time is it going to take for the backup to be restored? That takes hours. We all, we all love and go and sell NAS boxes and external hard disks, and we tell the customer, Nini, I'll take care of your data. Your systems will not go down, and we already have the backup done. NAS boxes and those things are okay, for backup. Do they give you uptime? Will the business keep running? They don't. So backup or perish. Now this is a very common statement, backup or perish. I'll say backup and perish. How many hours would it take to completely restore normal business operations? Can you switch this? Yeah. So, how many of you can answer this question? I mean, let's say you have a 50 user customer, How many hours would it take to get him to normal business operations? Sorry?
3 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 hours, somebody said? 2 days. Oh, okay. See, this is the standard answer. I mean, the answer is 4 hours to anything between 2 to 3 days. Now, this is a standard thing. And what happens to you during that time? Now, that's something. Now, whoever of you is selling to the customer a NAS box or an external hard disk or even a tape drive, saying that, okay, your business will not go down, you are all safe, your data is secured, and you are saying that your business will not go down. That's complete crap. We are fooling the customers by doing that. So get off that, raise yourself. You guys are asset members. Evolve into something different, something higher. Why do you want to sell only backups? Sell them uptime. Sell them high availability. Sell them disaster recovery. Give them a real thing that works not only to protect their data, but also gives them instant availability within seconds. But then, I know a lot of people, आप लगाएंगे please. I'm more nervous than when I got married. है एक बार जब वो शादी करता है और दूसरी बार जब वो स्टेज पे बोलने को खड़ा होता है. So anyway, backup is not the real challenge. Restoring normal operations is the real challenge. Now you might say that high availability, fine, but it costs anything between 12 lakhs, 20 lakhs, maybe even 70 lakhs. My customers can't afford it. So fine, your customers can't afford it. But what we have here is Blackbox, a world-class high availability and disaster recovery solution, and it's affordable. It starts at mere 99,000 rupees. High availability, data protection, disaster recovery at 99,000 rupees. And it beats the socks, I'm not using the correct word, beats the socks out of EMCs, Hitachis. Incidentally, Hitachi national manager was supposed to be here today and I would have loved to say it in front of him. So EMC, Hitachi, Veritas, Symantec, the kind of prices they are talking of is humongously high. What we are talking of, it starts at 99,000 rupees. So what are the main features? What does Blackbox do? Like I said, high availability, disaster recovery, and failover mirror. Let me explain to you. High availability. Server data applications up within seconds. Now what would this mean for you? What would this mean for you? Let's say
A very happy customer.
a very happy customer. No. I mean, with this scenario, let's talk about the features, this thing. The benefit of the features, not benefit of the business.
That's a direct benefit.
Time of
High uptime.
It will save you and high uptime.
Yes, businesses continue to function normally. Yeah, as if nothing ever happened, people continue to work. What it translates into in terms of salary savings, in terms of their setup savings, in terms of low stress, that is for you too, and like Chetan Bhai said, happy customers. Okay, so the second is disaster recovery, assisted automatic backup at a remote site. Now there are two things out here. There are two options out here. One is automated offsite over ADSL links. You don't need a VPN, but it takes the data offsite. The other is an Indian jugaad, which I'll tell you offline. I don't want to mention it. Okay, so critical business information is protected against disaster while being in direct possession of customer. Anyone would like to tell me why I am saying in direct possession of the customer? Anyone would like to take a call as to why have I written it specifically? Yes, please, Prakash.
Are you comparing with the DR in the cloud, like people using online banking?
Absolutely. He is incidentally Prakash. Prakash, can I have you standing? Okay, Prakash Advani is is India head for Canonical, which is Ubuntu. You guys may be knowing Ubuntu Linux. They call it Ubuntu or Ubuntu? Ubuntu. So he is national head of. Okay, so he's got it bang right. How many of our customers are comfortable with data on the cloud? Not many, I guess. Not many of them are.
No, nobody.
Nobody is comfortable with data on the
Given
cloud.
a chance.
If given a chance, they are not happy to put their data on the cloud. They are putting their data on the cloud only because they have no other option. Blackbox gives you that option. Failover mirroring. Now, I would like to ask Paresh bhai, because he is distributor of Microsoft, I want him to read this out loudly.
Windows Server database application is installed on only one Blackbox VME and only one is in use at any given time.
What does this mean for your business? Only one installation of Windows.
मेरा धंधा बंद करवाओगे?
आधा करवाने आधा परेश भाई आधा करवाने
License cost savings. License cost savings. Now, if you read the agreements of most of these software vendors, I mean, Microsoft and others say that, okay, as far as the second box is not running, is not live, is not connected to the network, is not serving the users, you can keep it on. But if it is connected to the network, you can't keep it on. Which means the purpose of your failover is gone. It's like saying that you are free to copy a Word document file from one system to another, but you can't open it on the second system. Otherwise, you end up paying license cost for the second server, the CALs, every single thing. Now imagine Microsoft Windows Server plus CALs plus SQL Server plus CALs of that, and if somebody is lucky enough, he will also have dynamic CRP or CRM, like Chetan Bhai has Dynamics CRM. So I mean, obviously he gets it free as a Microsoft certified gold partner or something. But for the rest of us or our customers, it's doomsday. Oracle goes one step further. If you have installed Oracle database on a second system, you have to pay for the license. You have to pay for the license. With Blackbox, you don't need to do that. There is one installation and one running instance at any given point of time. What are the other features? There are a host of other features. I mean, I could involve only these. Incidentally, Chetan Bhai said that, I mean, for how many, years of work. Let me tell you, 180 man months have gone in development of Blackbox. And it is growing every day because people are working. 6 people are working on this day after day. What is the amount of money that has gone? As of yesterday, 1.18 crores has been spent on developing Blackbox. So it's a serious business we are talking of. So features are unlimited, but let me explain to you a few of them. Continuous data protection. Okay, so backup data and applications on the fly. How many of you have heard that you will have to shut down the program before you take a backup? Tab tak you cannot have backup being taken. A lot of us, including, I think Vikram bhai is around. Vikram Seth, is he around? Yeah. He would always advise, before he saw Blackbox, he would always advise, don't take backup of tele while tele is on. How many of you believe or have faced problems with that? A lot of us have faced problem with that. Great. Including some of the, not only the MTP, but the bulk telecutters out here. So what happens in case your data gets corrupted? Or rather, if there is no continuous data protection, then what happens? users, I mean with continuous data protection, users can continue to work even when backup is in progress. They don't need to shut down the program. They don't have to take applications offline. What does business run on? Business runs on current data. It doesn't run on current backup. Because current backup may have been taken 1 hour ago, 5 hours ago, 10 hours ago, or maybe a year ago. If you are leaving it to your customer and the customer is leaving it to one of his men, the best way to sell Blackbox is to go and ask them, when was the last time you took a backup? He will say, no, I have a person who takes it every single day. Call that person. He's giving the data, I have deleted some files. After half an hour, he'll come and say, sir, we had taken it 1 year ago. And this is a fact. This has happened with me every single place. You ask this question to a company which has got more than 25-30 computers, you'll get the same answer and the sale is done. So businesses run on current data, not on current backup. Alright, so how many of you know point in time historical data? What does that mean? Anyone? Anyone of you? Point in time historical data. Yes. A data as it was, let's say 1 minute ago, 5 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago, maybe 10 years ago. That's called restore point services. So that's what is the data. You need the data. It helps you recover from corruptions, viruses. How many of you have heard of ransomware? I've written 2-3 articles on that, and I think, they've got the maximum number of likes on my page on Facebook. So how many of you know about ransomware? I think Bhavesh had written a very informative article. Bhavesh Gudka. Where is he? I can't see him. Oh, here he is. So basically ransomware encrypts your data. There is no solution found to it. The only answer to that is that you have a professional backup system, maybe 10 external hard disks, you take one and put it away in the safe. Not necessary. Blackbox takes care of it. You can restore from an older version of data, and the older version of data will not be affected by ransomware. Also, you don't have to keep 20 hard disks to keep backing it up. So incremental backup. I think some of us are usually confused. What is the difference between incremental backup and point in time restore? Anyone? Except Bhavesh Gudka, because he has read a lot about this. Yeah, anyone? What is the difference? Yes?
Point in time is your restore wala backup. And incremental is when overwriting the same data. It is seeing what data already there, just adding up to whatever has been added.
Correct. Only the parts of data, the packets of data that have changed are incrementally written. So